just as positive discrimination was supposed to equalize workplaces. It was also hoped that demographic change, such as migration from cities to villages to cities, would break down caste rigidities. Optimists point to greater mixing as people of multiple castes were often obliged by circumstance to share the same city wards. Stubbornly, however, statistics have shown that intermarriage between castes remains rare. Just 6% of all couples at the recent count. An analysis of housing by a team led by Navin Bharati of Harvard University has revealed a striking persistence, and in some cases an intensification of caste segregation. Using census data for 107 cities at the level of blocks rather than wards, and accounting not just for broad caste categories, but for Jati, which is to say 5,000 odd subcaste communities that tend to marry among themselves. Mr. Bharati's team has found that segregation by caste in Indian cities is comparable to that by race in American ones. Whereas 60% of cities in Ahmedabad whereas 60% of blocks in Ahmedabad, the biggest city in Gujarat, housed not a single Dalit. Some 80% of Dalits live in just 10% of the city. Inequality in Ahmedabad as measured by Gini coefficient was more extreme than in Johannesburg. The most unequal city in South Africa, the world's most unequal city. Yet amid seeming stasis, Mr. Bharati also found a great deal of charm. Barriers are breaking in cities, but is not the big But it's not the big barriers between costs, he says. It is sub-costs that are dissolving. As the association of family names with traditional professions which evoke some memories in villages makes ever less sense in cities. There is less of a taboo around marrying into adjacent jetties. Within the same broader caste. At the same time, says Mr. Bharati, class differences are growing stronger. If you zoom in on a Dalit slum, you'll find that poor Dalits don't intermix with Dalits of slightly higher status, living right next door. Mr. Ambedkar, who assumed that the positive discrimination he prescribed in the Constitution would end the millennia of caste oppression, would be perplexed.